Adeshima Maya says original TV, the hot seat Jumedi, and our Akosua Asabea Asomaning. The hot seat every Sunday 3 to 4 p.m. Yeshiasaya near Ne Sabi, 1 hour Muti Abobe, our mind Ghana, Muni no Matanasi, Sinkonya Saya, and Puni a pensem, and Sembi Ayokoso, or mind Ghana, Munasabi, a job also my adventure, Nina, or mind Ghana, kind call, and I Yesusu. Yet Jumedi, so hot city to the Asamono Edika. It's the say I walk on as a payable now can at the hour has say, and then I no walker alpha a year sick as some home or mine Ghana or Chebia, and I sana hene a year or Ralph Forata a dear Yakoma Bossicano a coto a year by Shebijam, my budget no 2024 estimates no or the coto a year my Shebijamo. Obasia Kabiums and I say a fear by and say 24-hour economy, 24-hour economy, and no crown or no day. A bisa 24-hour economy, I said a higher dada. Choba or cry, running 24 hours. Restaurants near hotel, any other businesses running already 24 hours in into what is so different about near Ora John Dramani Mahama proposed to say your two Abama no say or mayor or candy for an answer my pain or memoir or the and also ever and now you share economists back so what can say yakasika someone who be a master what dear maybe not in Pemass science and no yeah, prof. Ebe din kita ho e de afa Ghana ye economy ho say economy no indeed attending the corner na obetimi aka e de a trend ase de nkomo so e de afa ye 24-hour economy proposal ye Ora Mahama e de aba me guess we studio and after me guess o jumede so e Professor Isaac Boadi ono e na ye or ye dean e de ma Faculty of Accounting and Finance e wo UPSA. Oh my God, Prof, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
About your permit to say.
Yeah, me not.
No, the teacher and student are now.
Oh, you know how happy.
Meaning, so what it be? I started with this 24-hour economy policy. Or John Dramani a day or say a 2 now or the baby. Then conform I say. I mean, Osha. In reality, some sectors of the economy no are running already 24 hours. A bit more so. Yeah, running 24 hours, but it's not feasible. Our Ghana has a bit me running a year 24 economy policy. So because 24-hour economy policy are past just saying.
Me that's very and I me share what tea for so. I say, on mine they be that story. I say policies be brave na naba. Na idea tie ham be brave implementations of the policy. And your policy banner and a hajing. Now we buy quite fast so I implementing in here. Now 24-hour, now we say offer 24, no for economy account. Economy a day. Economy quite fast so I should see kasem na say for. Now the 24-hour no asamba. We say cautious be any actual boho 24-hour, 24/7. They say yeah juma the morning na and economy be running over a period of 24 hours now. Me find say en Ghana obi eko so kwakoye roader. Okoye roader obeko so almost at road no anopa. I ni pe kwadwuma. Na block traffic. Obi antimi nkwadwuma phone ntimi nkofes kan famba. I don't know when ntimi nyadwuma na najo. I say sa nyoma ni bi na ban ne pese oye. To the whole period in na no. Economy a movie around being conquered that but build that could bit messy and now I want to soon so me fan say me area me te about bears at 1 o'clock bones police need you now I me fan say 9
right
10 by 1 obekono ni ho 3 o'clock no ni ho okwan in terms say aban so opeso no oba or be running 24-hour economy. Just say other sectors biano be running ayajuma effective. Now dear Mr. me pese mentia say o mu e kwan be fast or be running 24-hour economy. Now obisa say oko agrika enke ho na me say 24-hour no e o say eko.
Agric sector. Na ahemachi na sanaju no na akodo ana wo ka de
e kire say enyima attention was yenyano I was saying agri sector I say started a budget mo be hu the intia make asase Sans ɔman yɛ import ɛnyɛma bebree ɛna ma ahokyere bebree ba nti sɛ yɛ youth ɛwɔ no sɛ aba ne 24 hour na ɛba na sɛ ɛbɛkɔ hɔ bebree a
ɛyɛ agric sector no
ɛno na ɔman no yɛbɛtu mpɔn a yɛgyina mu nipa ɛfa ɛne nea ɛnya fi mu no sa nka ɛkɔ hɔ a kɛbɛyɛ de bebree.
I say pay much attention to the agric sector.
And only a problem.
You better a budget because I mean the finance minister projected some amount of money be on model share a planting for food and jobs. So you say part 2, part 2 no planting. You better go into details, but still on the 24-hour economy. You should be able to say civil service. You should be able to say ministries. Obi Krabeka say sometimes even normal hours, say 8 hours or more running. Oko 2-3 production low. Because of course whatever they are doing, who was a production cost. It is our sector no. So Okaso run 24 hours our sector now. How feasible is that in that sector? Because 8 hours in the crowd too, wada. What time the back or baby? Nakasa him to be crack me. I mean on a lighter note, see that time some of the bad the more show movies. No more use air conditioning, no matter. That side, you know, is it feasible?
Yes. Na me ka agree say that say en ka hoden nko ho. And also nkyerɛ sɛ sectors nyina yɛn tungu. Afei na me sɛ anka president or sɛ onya akwanya no bedi ɔman ne so a.
Right.
Ɔde no bɛba. In terms sɛ na yɛdi ho abobo sɛ no kra yɛ den. Na yɛkyerɛ mu akyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ ɛkwan a enipa a yɛwɔ ɔman mu yɛ adwuma no. Yɛbɛtuma apagya ho kakra. Na hours yɛnya no yɛ channel those hours into productive areas. What they call ministry now, Kasafa ministry.
Right.
Onya convention officer nkosi 24 hours ana. I mean, we break it down.
Right.
Nipa ntimi nya adwuma nko. Em say nya saa kwan no na me say ochre.
No, I understand, but I'm saying say even the 8 hours near they are more able to production there ever form. It's no granted say 24 hours a bit rotational. So another set a from say 2 and I say from 5 to the next day. That period, you know, or quiet then. Is it feasible at that side? Knowing say the government, government thrive on their agencies because Ghana and our economy is based on government agencies, you know. So at that time, you know, will it be feasible? It be productive.
Yes, let me say only pay or productive hours.
Right.
Economy also productive hours. And in turn of pass, so you know, be so road. To productive and out so. As say feasible and yet feasible. Ejina near upper so implemented policy no.
Policy no, okay.
Because say o mechichim bebre e kwan be fa so be sa de nyina be ne ti he ne ebobo hu say so ba no so be sa de na eni pom call office no me ka de bia kire say adwuma ye pom 5.
Right.
But ye close to 5.
5. Right.
Sansa okofia wo nyo bia o san ye ka ho wo ba bia ti he na me ye adwuma kakra ka ho.
Oh, okay.
Nti adwuma e wo adwuma say 5. Na sometimes call ye public sectors. When you buy me say, okay, 2 o'clock. Sometimes even 12 o'clock. Now you know by Wednesday, productive hours in Ghana are Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, productive hours.
Yes.
Okay.
Days.
Next Monday, Tuesday, you're fine actually.
Because Thursday, or prepare a kind of boss say, of a co-funeral. So we just see Thursday. Friday omba. Obenya hangover over the weekend okwa.
Nti Monday oba nye edu papa bi no baba ye. Oba kra nye edu papa bi no baba.
Nti ye can even see productive hours pa no. And on those days. It happens all the time. And look at time at the office. Sometimes 2-3 o'clock no upon no coffee. E be there. Nti me policy be I'm not against policies. I'm only worried about implementations of those policies. Any hear me? Into 24 years, quite been our first implement.
It because it to be a catalyst for the economic growth I hear for us a country.
A catalyst for economic growth? Well, there are so many indicators I hear to say economy ejina yi. Now, can whoever budget work attending the corner.
Yeah, see, the economy has turned the corner into more experts.
And say if 24-hour near bartending now, we can talk about that.
Right.
But me mom the info said 24-hour economy, a good slogan, a year. Now it's catching up.
It's really
catching up. And I'm not against that policy. So far as Oba betting me a year, I'm on my why not?
Do you think, sir, I mean, it should go a step further to tell us the implementation plan?
Good. And I'm saying, even budget, I can't say. As of today, we need a copy of the details of the budget.
Oh, I mean, so who call a year Ghana, the finance ministry on my website? I should.
When you highlight.
Highlight, yeah. I saw highlight, yeah.
We only need details. And then a problem. You can't budget one sem. It to share that, need to share that. I didn't hear. Sometimes it's difficult to get information. You want to find out about the details.
The details. We are all basing it on the highlights.
It's you can't 24-hour economy. I call about time be brave. Baby son, you do what was it? I was here fun. I was a call. A quite ben of us or bay an offer. Resources because saying, and on that DM say, here, one the bitch now there by Gina say, send on Pesa Yako, and they hear me be brave. Right.
But a part is so, I say it to be voluntary, you know. That part, you know, and I may a no for me because if we are bringing a turnaround in our economy, it shouldn't be voluntary. So if you say it's voluntary, which side are you going? And I mean, how are you going to make it voluntary?
I can't you make a cross on my yehu. Na on my phone so tears a quite person or dear. In fact, for so many years, you knew direction I hear call as on mine.
Oh, so many years.
So many.
Economically.
Really? And they have it. Because on my piano quite offer so person the economy. Na uba ni church and Crawford dear you can say uba economics more. Your coin be bra you the church of mining corner more coin with so and corner name. And when be or pese a buying and casa no tijinum. Na ochre a coin production ye be do a be nipa say be forward when or mine a buying or tijinum center of the stage. No dictated pace. Other countries also there be a private sector. On Tinjinamu. If I know those are the classical economy. On Tinjinamu, not on production. How, when, Nina, private sector, no, yes, I do many na binable. Yet the Yebisa a binary Tinjinamu.
And as a private sector.
And our private sector and Tinjinamu.
Oh, okay.
Tamadibian, you the Wahakakra. Na bokakra na da na ban so fa we no we so fa we na private sector so ba ye say we onye we man nti de bia na ma ye sum kakra but we feel say it's time see be hu directional or minor not aban we nko over the years
right
ye betimi ye hu we bi e pese ekọ.
But I mean staying back and what direction and I also say ekwa e be boa ya so man. Some of them are technocrats, more experts. You know, I mean, you can say about stakeholders meeting. What direction do you think say you're quite boy?
Okay, yeah, no fun, no problem. Never.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong to obey family, no. There's nothing wrong with a back.
Right.
At the end of the day, the well-being of the masses, and you should say. So private sector no etijinamu se onfani nyina e wono so sunsanso so ma ban no so tijinamu a ono sunsanso ni nyina no obetuma ye hybrid freeing the private sector se ono so betijinamu na wama production akoso emra ban na eboa no. Sabani private sector, because private sector, ultimate train quantity production, ultimate train do send also ya fibia. Na abane ti a tona or chia kakran for which I employ more. But idea mechanic say abane is the major consumer of product beer. or teach them what and you're bad. You produce a deal ha now company on bit to 10 a buying boom of bit to 100. I'm a word you man akoso. Until there's nothing wrong. Direction is a key.
Okay. Yembra, yeah, economy. So, I mean, we'll try to touch on some sectors, key sectors. You feel say basic sectors. But yeah, what was your highlights for year 2024 budget now? Finance minister the control, Mashebi German.
If I bear 5 highlights.
5. Okay. Until my 5 highlights. No, 5.
Oh, and I can highlight. Now, I say, offer. You bear budget. I say, okay, yeah, school for you. You bet senior be a sick cra. Ne ba budget near home. Budget in a cry day. They be an account 2023 budget near economy policy. They be a 2023-2024 budget near highlights. Now you could budget. They be a kind of budget. And you say a friend of budget.
Okay.
You say a kind of estimate.
Estimates or projections. Right.
Now I'm saying now they be a budget, 20 budget. Say estimate, you know. One call out here now your papa. One out share. Call no make your school fees. Medical. My boy Iraq on home. My man, the nina ye den a expenditure. No one san bisa who say make first can over here. Na me their mom and near revenue. Enti if your revenue no, you bet share me cabo sume. Menya sika fi asuma si ho. Menya mekoton me car bi. Enti na me their buffy. Na nkwala na you bet take care of expenditure. Good.
Me ntwa no. What dey me highlight? Me highlight here expenditure na sika kese na your boy no say you say obe spending about 226.7 billion as against revenue of 176.4 billion. It's not my question, I say. So my question was, you are projecting so best spending this much. Our revenue no crown and do half of our best spend. It's not competitive when they are spending. And I mean, some question now maybe I am Juniana. Because when I was listening, I was shocked. I am Juniana. Mona we economists.
Also, our best spending say. Also, cannot hear for.
Also, our best spending 226.7 billion. As against on only revenue here 176.4 billion. Into ornament here say.
Now me can't be see revenue.
Internal business because it's scan who baby scan what the best spend.
They say the expenditure near more
than the revenue, right?
And say oh yeah, oba time now yeah ja. Now no collect na fee. So now we say me we say papa na papa some can ever ko say.
Oh, yeah national economy na fee dey ya.
Fee dey ya. Na your economy na no an if you no anti budget dey hu bia.
Some of your figures in the GDP, in the NTA.
And I it is a fee, say your mom, so better thought on your mouth with the revenue.
Right.
Now, what beside who say, did they be papa say your expenditure 100 or the revenue 50 never bar? No, better than what me, Akofa, Obeko yes cano. And Obeko Bisia. Now, if you the Viana or Jabba say, Akosua, Mikobo Bisia or had the buy. We're hopeless. Right. Good. Africa and Ghana budgets ni omumiensa.
Okay.
Your back a friend of balanced budget.
Okay.
A chess revenue no and expenditure no. Would you see any can
Okay.
Balanced budget.
Balanced budget. Right.
You'll be a friend of surplus budget. A chess revenue no a boy expenditure so.
Right.
And a sour deficit budget. And I bossy. Ghana they be a deficit.
Into surplus budget to the yenye bida. And a balanced budget to the yenye bida.
Kaimo. So we are as we can find out. Tanya con. And enter the beer near Sad diameter for us.
Right.
The beer near shank or form of a boy. The beer near need the baby. And say yes size canopana road naka. Yes size canopana hospital naka. Inti your budget and one. Now sometimes these are estimates. Right. So budget, almost approval of budget, Parliament we pay and a friend budget. Right. Say approval yeah a estimate. Right. And see, you run a deficit budget over the years. And the question is saying, a buying or back of a or their best sign you man good. And it's a project big car and you money how. Nyamiya dum ain't na make us say, and Cadibia no your parent now per se be planning for family. The revenue net cheap and the expenditure. Right. Because then now be more to my spending. Now you need expenditure net cheap. Near couple be send a show. Till the be near home, your core IMF, near core nearby. Ya me for your coy, Akosua that colebu. I see you. Udawa na usuti. I'm more panny and sat near bow near you over fear. Yes, man, no son, Joe. Friday, no, so now call. Now, Sando, I see you. Now, so man, near Sando over. Sunday, also mine. And see a quiet myth. Yeah.
So the balance of the expenditure, let's say Bobusia, the balance.
See how I bit fine. Into two things. Say, Usikano, and soon send our best spending now, what are they? Minya, over Germany amount to 400 a month. I also quite important rice future number. Also, fight different taste. No one you're now in Nigeria. Into your job over there, over cut will quote according to your size. And now say, you ever agree? And then I'll be forced to increase revenue. These are options. Revenue, no. Over when you're more, not that share was either so be cut away, and I'll be increasing revenue. Revenue, no. You need cocoa, you need diamond. Any bauxite, you have anything. You have anything. Right. They are all in raw materials. And they're quite brutally near cotton. Because say, I might be very developed on it, and your taxes. You bring that tax, yeah? And the revenue, which is component of revenue as a phone. And your bad so bad, because say, Obeko Bobby saying, and your bad. Quite before saw the venue here. Tell me, say,
right. It is so apart from almost I'm saying our kind of surplus budget because you need I mean your revenue no any expenditure no boy background. What other highlights and who budget you think say it's a no.
Let me say you try the Indiana me try be na me kasa. Me can be as yen hono yen criticize it. But we critique. Then different.
What's the difference? You critiquing somebody and then criticizing.
Criticizing, me person me can your own any no na person me can go. Me more option be.
Okay, so more than more can any na. No mama
options. Oh, can you say? And I yes sir, send your training,
So then let's go back to the revenue and the expenditure. What is your critique about it?
Those areas.
Come on, you saying.
Say, Sika the 2J. 200 and something against 100. Good. Median can mechanic say, in increase revenue. Right. See, to me, increase revenue, dear. You charge expenditure. Now, be some expenditure, and funny and could charge. Or my 5 for fear, one into your school fees, one into your idea. And the question we say, because on mine your sectors, why dear near and keep a say cart those one young near a mine in Faso. Right. You pay say cart no near my in Faso no in China. Ever feeding school, I mean school I mean the free education, right? Expenditure, right? A buy no a boa many party, mental say. You critique, you can you can. Aban wa ya dear. Say yes, sir. Ubia only be betting me. Those are the social policies. I ever boama my etimi or more or who nibina or mutima comedy. Right. na ebi aka say eye me ka ye pa ade ebu education bia de me pe bisa say ho na me fi na ne ebisa ne say obi so betime tua fees a expenditure ban e fa o
right
minumi no ebia minu ebia o ma wo ebia no mko Christ the King ne other schools good ones aban some of free just when tua he ebia na wo nka betime tua ma o ko mu ajo ko ni problem enti ada na ntimi nya data be kire se asomasi we me hwe ne data wo a obetime tua we dem hwe a won ntimi ntua aban ye ni nyina na because oni data wo de kire
okay
enti oye ne sa enti ye increase revenue
it with the free SHS no I may pay the estimate now at the quarter but I say I'm investing 8.4 billion into the next Akanabea, which is the future of the next generation. So were you expecting some review policy nana?
Me, and on idea money that's all.
Review?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. A year a man will be a common. In fact, all call school non croffer a banner. A nije.
Right.
But me full say I will phone be or on between Chian and Abos, not ban Kumuso.
Okay. So in your review, no, now we expect to say one on bet me a Tiano. Yen pesam data be near more into ya. Okay.
Easy.
Into Akahonosa 8.6 billion aka so better. Right.
A very, very say a quiet policy a ban a person the winning voter and then the sign so.
Okay. I thought with this somebody winning vote.
Oh, mean to me.
So quiet somebody winning voter.
Yeah.
After quite election year.
I know quite about what you home if I saw here that. But yeah, quite no. And can you data? Now, if a policy make say a bad and a year. Pneumonia mechanic say, and came on to not banning carts. I honor the fan cover be and never reduce suicide sky.
All right, you're quite very short break about your bar. You better agri sector no, or may Ghana had the wouldn't say you seek yourself up no, a agri sector no, and there was a special budget no allocation for the agri sector, planting for food and jobs no part 2, part 1 of today, Ben buy. I this car. People do a cocoa part 2, the meaning I bar, any prof, a bit home pizza, or you try on the embraces here.
Penisi, enye dantani danta, nemum dantani disikabano. We ye jumaku ankrankra anasa bang aya Asabea ensorin jumedi bia wudie na pesa mansa te wokano enye bebia na oto wajaton dia amansan ebetie the tone safro sefan to mabebo ye dia no original TV and original FM ye yabo kwaku afa yonko akotokoro enkasroda bra nebeso ye hwe na behu se ye jana no ye nam the tone safro sebrei na ye nto wajaton dia ma enhita magana pana nyina ehu jumedi a wudie wo hwe akira kwan a ye wo North Ridge ye ben Lisa Hotel ubetimi afre ahoman so 0302 986130 original TV original FM so kan ya fasi yakodo so na nhire mama nsanyina ehu
me de bema wo yere na wasanso wo mpana na okaso do mo mienu nyina me hu so yekohwini efisa akoma na ye baako won't fa no mienu sa
oba na de na okeka ne sa no ye nananom no mo ware ema bebre wo fie asumdue wo fie no na eno de na kan so mo ya na kohwesem ene de
na me tetemre mo
tetemre ne de tetemre no ene mo nem
na me tetemre mo
ema se ye hie mu na se ye bonkoma ye kan sempi ensem ne bi wo ho a na ye ma ne din
se oba ba bema odo ni free na koma mu na odo nso ni bibia e woni mu se esesa okotin doctor no ko siansan ye boduku oba ye
no ba winning baby oba bi eton ajapade nyina edemani kunu se de be ya efie be ye de etire no be ma ne na busuafo eye oba na yakayaka de de ne fa wo hemmo oba na ntimi anso ano odikowo
ema e wo se ye do ye hu esan se ye hu ene ye ma eno ko ane ade a
aka eno nti no they will say who say ye manom ayere no mpo empepi no ye na entawanta wo kakra e wo ye ne omu ntem they will say who say ye manom yere no monso no omu ye ma asemo
sani abere bia yet no the future is female, the future is female, the future is now. Emma yesu ye mreni o emreni nokre emma ye mreni eno nti na original television akofa dwumedie aba a yato ne din se emma monsom eho ena emma ye bedi nkomo ye nkata bibia so ye beda bibia edi pefe enti memene de bia every 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. me afia papa bi me na me ye wo chia me ba na yetie mo kase emma monsom na waje so se Yesom papa bi.
emma monsom
Yesom papa bi.
enti hwe
I was about to say the hot seat original TV and ye ka ye sika sam ho e man Ghana mo baby economy no e budget I say na hene de koto ma se betwe fie ne wo mu ma ye ne sabi ne enye sanka ye de banyina no ene ye ne Professor Isaac Boadi edi ho kita ho e the hot seat so oye dean at the Faculty of Accounting and Finance e UPSA intino ono ne no bobo eye ye sika sam ho e wo man Ghana mo Mr. Rev Prof yambra yen show will take away no 9-10 yen zoom into the agri sector.
Let me say yeah can budget and one sem no yeah can say sanitary pad until na yeah my budget dey acquire sanitary pad so what it tax so
Right.
na de bia no obe budget also call form na ko bisa nkrofo adweomo a ne de be ma ban o budget in fact na expect be brave ebi wo ha eba mu ebi so mamo na na ne ehwe no 5 a year me 0 tax 0 VAT on sanitary pad.
On sanitary pad, yeah.
Good.
Locally produced sanitary
Locally
pads.
produced sanitary pad.
Right.
In fact, another many da sukakra. But do bisa say aban no almost 0 tax on sanitary pad. O shall be kase ehun hia.
Right.
But do villages na ehun hia pa. Esansa ye ma no sebe
David hakora hu ye se ne boa ye den.
I mean can say
Kai say nam 20 something. Na ni person na betimi ato ntino ewa enye nkra na sekora even na hakora no.
it's also at so 20% import duty.
Right.
Na ye 12.5 and the VAT 2.5 to a year flood victim to get support.
Right.
Or can say
220 million
yes,
Ghana cedis.
220 million, and that is about 40,000 people were displaced. This year it's good. And then Laguna Hospital also be starting next week.
Sure. So next week in the nya so akasante be hwe.
Also obey tax a fee local Texas agric machines vehicle fine. Also obey government projected total expenditure okay 21 something. Na ade na me pese me hu ne se ma hu bebre no e physical policies.
Who can physical policies are purchasing?
Oh, let me say tax revenue sanyoma no any kind of physical policies. Aban no e wo kwan of asa or the tax.
Right.
Tax na no the year revenue no.
Right.
Because you can't say until revenue, so it means a revenue or tax or revenue or tiso.
Right.
Now, offer revenue part na items na you want your buying at the enyesika film. You want non-tax revenue, any or tax revenue. In fact, don't call your mind you want. You will acquire first a buying sika unyesika fee employer tax. Or you be out business or unyesika film investment unyesika film. Ne aban focus ye this time around only on indirect taxes.
Right.
And what it is so. Indirect taxes ne tax a aban no ejia through intermediaries. GRA. I say 4. Direct taxes near or about no ankasa directly. I be employers. Yeah, what TA bosome nekon also. Now Obeji they say abandonance of best spending about Obeji be 77% Saskai revenue no efi taxes ho. Say 100% emu 77 or jeff through taxes. Not say 13% or so. Let me say 27. Wa jeffi omwa enye tax them down so sankrofo na for state government agencies, the lotteries, all those nyomanya and no be say 18% or so. Abisa won say sankrofo no adan increases sa percentage or almost so
Right.
na all maximum phone so enti no so kakra and na ba na anye bebre so akwan.
So you were expecting some reduction
In the normal tax.
the normal tax.
Non for being caucus and call the state agencies, no lotteries, Ghana National Sky no generate all those ones are enter taxing fee. But the ones also. And none they are not before say anti-manko ye kakra. Then the structure of the power sector.
Yeah, energy. Right.
You structure the whole sector. You won't feel sometimes they incur losses. And now we feel like saying sustained power. Industry better than Akosua. Which sector na achieve 3 or so? Your manufacturing, your agric, and your service. Now funny na agric in year bear 6.8%.
Right.
Service in year bear 6.8. The same. But agric in industry or Konechi negative 2.2 growth.
And you attribute that to the power sector.
If it could be, that could be. And now say engine of growth.
Right.
Because country now industrialization here koyenim. Tina me feel say ka best structure the power sector no. I'm making care losses no. Near review SHS policy. Me who anything. Me musika be ko hono no. Then reforms. Ma who be bia so percentage de ko agric mu. E bia be who details in they are fine.
Right.
Maybe say so money on my ye de agric a funny padodoa. A jano a coma saying no they share agric amanitima colony.
So you think the tax relief on the agric machinery, no, and then the 1 billion allocation to planting for food and jobs and any enough?
Before saying next budget anka a be where other government on a banner. Come ba more my figures with. Common train idea ye on that day on some project and so. No my own report.
You see, for instance, for the first part of the planting for food and jobs, you know, I'm on my report review need to say, and then you was allocated 1 billion Ghana cedis to it.
So report on there with my train. Until banner spend some more another scam fan qua. Near coin a cosi say. And combine a dear and cabe boy near binded by 1D, 1F. When you about says our policy and see so much ye in ye or maya. And come say near Kakan was a me, Kenka.
Right.
Because this will be a factory, one district, one factory, agriculture. If your service, we can't be a national service. You pursue a dome coin. Some buy offices. Some buy mobile phone. Some press here, no coffee. Economic turnaround, I don't know if I'm called that area. Okay,
so with the 1D, 1F for them, also 1D, 1F are creating about 169,870 employments. And 1D, 1F for no creating. And a free zone, companies and so creating 2,500 jobs. Into the late so I'm multi creating, this is the outcome of Modiamaye.
Okay. Thank you all my regions
and a district. Right.
Now obi so koko find out otimi find out say the old boss yi aha jomoro inyawe wo ha efa nkrofo wo ha efa nkrofo wo ha na me senka even sa budget we advice e dey ma enya government nkwa several government na anka obe budget yi which my be kakra say those areas no sa employment omo kan in fact ye nji ho achinye but woman sa figure no nko a e kire nkeke you know say be ye core budget e be who details.
So at least by this time I say details na to me aba because to come website even before we came on set and me call it the highlighter and then some of those I listened to because I followed anything now we're planting for food and jobs. Are you saying say aside the report I will now official report I mean sitting back what do we need to from when who say I mean fast food debate me about
planting for food and jobs.
Yes. The part 1.
Part 1. So now me can say what juma. And in terms of expectation here high because what promise it. Sometimes one more can say more expect it, but open a promise.
Right.
What promises for you expect you so be deliver.
Right.
Yes. Abana boy one day one race project. In fact a good project initiatives. But me can say implementation I will say year in year. In the I employ, in fact, I have the data here. I employ people. Right. Our mama, Bino can testify. Into me, case say sustain this side no kwa. Me dem person who budget abandon the course area no because I no me expect to be brebe ko. But for budget na CapEx here capital expenditure. Right. I know it's about 20-something% of the entire budget. I know here a new man. Since a capital means a project a bit see more than a year and a capital intensive budget and on its can't send the ship. I feel a cost to be an agency a election year. Now by no size can obey using a year and non using a year.
That was my next question. I mean budget who say some election politics be a bear more now.
Your election year so dear African year. Meant me case ebi nim or might be an election time. Then I'm a budget or be any daso because a time ye fee IMF ye pisca a few more extended credit facility ye GFI more and a era election period. Into expect say a bino a beshe reckless expenditure of a shiny year, but the hot year seven ain't me who amount a cohort. But election bia the Winston so our budget. So.
All right, so the finance minister claimed said we have turned the corner economically. Now, one basic point I would now say as a time I know on the air casano now inflation it's near about 4 to 35. It's not say indeed the economy has turned the corner. Into Bacho you has the economy turned the corner.
The horse is not that better. If you some question now, say you be some hot soup. Now what attend one?
Oh, there be some meeting. Me mean to be na yes. Me mass kana me nya de o mass. Me nya de o mass no.
Ni pay there. And it's all negative.
There be you perceive in reality. And you negative ni positive at all you perceive in reality because according to him, at a point inflation was about 50 something. And it may beat it down to 35. It's no prudent policies or no first or the alternative prudent measures or the go aquemon and no and a man as a time on the year casano a year 35. Okay, me say going forward, the inflation will continue to come down. So what I say, it's the person who say indeed. Per momo figures na ya model calculation here come market you hu sa but say ya market na model ya ya money ama no ti per momo figures na mo tete mo office akase na mo hu economy economy na ti be atene corner number.
Yes I me dey say o ka brofuma o say 10 one ka say 10 budget
na dey say 10 the corner
o ka 10 the
yes in the budget.
Oh, okay. But our committee says 10.
Back when you're turning a year supplementary budget, no, the corner. But with this 2024 estimate, they also just 10 the corner because inflation, 35%.
Okay. I didn't never can say.
And 10 oh.
Mean can be brace. I say, yeah, in fact, they're back up and 10 corner. We share minor microeconomic factors or variables your GDP, your inflation, and your other monetary norma to say inflation. Also GDP target at 2.8% in the Asia.
Right.
Last 2023, now 2.8. So mid-year review, it is to 1.5. So the US in US sign.
Right.
This year also expected a growth of 2.8. Also, our expected inflation, your depreciation, a cost row. And also inflation at Tiaba saying 34 point something.
Yes.
It's at 40 to 50, now about 40, I believe 30. Good. And also can idea about GDP, inflation, and monetary policy, and also a high.
Right.
Lending rate. Sika ye Bobby Sia rated it so 31%.
Interest, right?
First. 31%.
Also.
And it say Obika wabon homodin say eba form. Benin no ye will ranger ye fano. Chess or my dear. Because other country inflation or cano. It be a 1. Yes.
Okay.
It be a 2. Yen dia could 30.
No,
But a yes and a fee 40 nearby it. Just say, me more can say 10 in Anke, than so be can 10.
10 the young 10.
It's sans any fu hano. A kakakra and sana your film.
Right.
Your for GDP. GDP a day. Gross domestic product. A say production activities are minor, ye no. You will gauge be the gauge. Say udru sa economy na enyi. Good. Inti a child of manufacturing age. Sa indicators. They will make us say sa indicators you can was me. A lazy way of judging the health of the economy. Oh yeah, okay hospital. And some doctor Betchero said, uti and I say for doing cano or your day.
Or or check or diagnose you.
Oh, who are more quiet
Or test.
Test Benson. So what's it? Or don't call lab. Normal lab at your blood kakra. If you are not sure, say, Mahuya Reno. Oh, magical. Lab technician veteran actually say, okay, we no see cover drew if I can. Inti person who says, oh, yare now on yare, indicators, sound economy, I know. In person who saw man, yare na yare, GDP, inflation, sanyama, air cost rubber phone. But sanyama way old idea to use a check.
Into what should we use now?
And the US as a sign you so different other indicators. Very good, but there's so many indicators. You have GDP a average or aggregate. Me where do you fear what the me fear madi obi fear di e de boma near divided. Actually nyina a chess a munna mo han mo fears around this. Men dem who fear wo form. Anyway the ostro. Into sa GDP the year actually nyina o man nyina your production activity over a period of time. Intimate income inequalities. You must send your chi and kasa. And they will be kasa inflation above from us inflation yedi.
Right.
GDP cost also inflation yedi. Sans any video mono. On tick babana say yard. But on one kasa days and kuyi. Illness. What person measure minister time? What person measure poverty? Poverty. I can say income oje. No expenditure. Share poverty. You see a true. Yeah, but now you go beyond and no, you use so health. ill health, yes, well-being, yes, so many indicators. But so only 2 wives are just all you're poor. An indicator.
I see.
You must have more than 1 wife to see you are a rich person. See, you society. Mr. say, yeah, a man a yebuno. In use indicators are kakra bois accord down. A train, and your ma on my phone is the almost failure and casa. Na yemboa.
Okay.
Casa, yeah, but you bet when you're proper one.
I mean, finally, I some back on kind. I mean, national health insurance, and I will kind say health, ill health, and no one. I mean, I some back on kind. I will say national health insurance witness expansion. To say almost to me be with about 16 million active members. But my question is, if the members are more, but the policy cannot cater for the members, so we can have 16 million. I mean, citizens on the policy, but policy no the card in the call hospital. It's me a show with ye, and I mean make an entire.
That's awesome. Okay, so best friend there.
No, I say so far 16 million Ghanaians and the work policy ni so. That's an improvement about, and so to him, you know, the policy is working. That's why Ghanaians are on it. But for more, the reality is different.
Well, no, I'm say. Because I hear doctors maybe our medical food no to tell us some of these things. But na ye kakra ne say men kan ye man hu ba konfan kan before I remember we say man hu bibia or PWD, people with disability.
Okay.
Omo e budget is saying.
Especially omo close yet to booty.
Omo den ye home. Manti or budgeting. Okay. Yet ye dear na afini be home. Now obisa health a year ye can wasema. Let me say ne can say and no more a band person ye no so be so anchor kakra. In terms of yes, national health a good policy. Right. Which me call Uniskania Hen. But the same say a main casa coffum. Nemo meka say Nenka a touch ma woman and cabine and try nanka yin ye na yin na yen benefit. As you say a cool year and enco year. I say Benya more year upon the new mano. Met me I share. Oh, and quay say a call hospital and Teja. Look at them now the car to me now. I intend to Besabeca. Oh, you're diplomatic into Code. So I mean overall no, there are more to do. I say you bet me attorney and I to turn the economy. Implementation is the okay implementation.
Implementation, right. I was for Hanedu Besi, and I guess I mean a Professor Isaac Pwedi, or no, and a dean Edema, a Faculty of Accounting and Finance, or UPSC, or Bechemo, and so Ghana had the OBI economist course. 24-hour economy, economy, digital economy, Ninano. Share him say, a bit to me above me, net me who dear, bet to me aboa, I or my Ghana. My honey do business and a best share our original television. So, made us a sour bread. Now, share me the Akosua Asabea Asomaning. Cheers.